Hello everybody, my name is Kate McNamara and welcome to my channel, Curiosity Prism. I don't really know what to make a channel about. It's really hard for me. I've made channels in the past and I've talked about things like inspirational videos and self-help videos to everything to vegan and plant-based meals, which is a lifestyle that my husband and I live, and I try really hard to kind of niche down and like figure out things that to talk about. The problem is I have so many things I love to talk about. Initially I started Curiosity Prism because I pulled my girls out of homeschool I pulled my girls out of public school, because of COVID. I knew that I did not want to deal with e-learning. When we were thrown into that back in 2020, when things started hitting the fan, it was really hard for me because I felt, they gave us a lot of slack, but I still felt like I'm not getting stuff in on time, which we were, but I was like anxious that I was not doing everything that I could do. So I'm like, you know what? Next year is not going to be any better. I knew that since, this pandemic was unfolding, and I knew that e-learning was a brand new thing. These teachers got like 3 months of summer to kind of train and learn the e-learning. And I knew, which is not their fault, and I knew that it was just going to be a very trial and error year as far as school. So I thought, if I'm going to struggle, I might as well struggle on my own terms. We could just work at our own pace and do what we need to do for the year. So I was starting the channel basically about that. And so now here it is, the end of the school year, and I never really made videos. So now I am wanting to create videos again. I've had other channels in the past. My kids have a McNamara family channel, which is our old kids page. It's still up and running. We have quite a few videos on there. If you have kids, you can definitely go and watch stuff there. But I don't know. I just didn't really know what I wanted to do with this channel yet. So now it dawned on me that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and one of the things I really struggled with is PMDD, and I might do a whole video on that. I was thinking about how I can kind of incorporate all the things I love to talk about, but I still need a main focus, right? So I still need to figure out the main theme of my channel, which is really hard. So I decided to make this channel kind of like a catch-all of mental health care and eating, plant-based eating, homeschooling, parenting. That's just kind of my life. So that's all that I do. So, which is what I know well. I plan on throwing a bunch of stuff out here, but we'll see if we can get a theme going or a niche and create something cool out of this channel. So I guess I'll do a little backstory about me. My 2 kids and the dog just exploded into the room screaming. I'm a mom of 4 girls, and ages from 12 to 5, soon to be 5 actually, in June 2nd. I'm married, and I live in the northwest suburbs of Chicago with my husband Jordan. We've got 4 rats, 2 cats, and a dog, Declan, who you can probably hear barking right now. Some hobbies, things about me. I'm a big yoga enthusiast. I actually am in the training, 200-hour training for a yoga teacher, which is exciting because it's been something that I've wanted to do for a long time. And I'm a big reader. I read slow, but I like to read, and any reading is good reading. My favorite genre, I would say, is self-help. I love being able to find hope and inspiration. There are just so many books out there that really have made me feel wonderful. And I love things that lift your spirits and provide hope and inspiration, and how to kind of live peacefully and with presence. And I just love that genre. I mean, it's my favorite. That, and I've not read it yet, but I'm a big true crime fan. As you can see, I got my last podcast on the left t-shirt, Hail Yourselves. And so that would be another genre that I'm interested in getting into. I'm kind of surprised I haven't really read anything until now. My favorite book, I would have to say, would be, there's a lot actually. So here's some good ones. This one, if you're feeling kind of some type of way and you want to find something to make you feel good, Heart Talk by Cleo Wade is a phenomenal poetry book with little bites and bits and pieces to read every day. The Alchemist, A Man's Search for Meaning. That was great. The Four Agreements, Emotional Agility. I'm drawing a blank on all of these authors, so I'm sorry. I do know Paulo Coelho did The Alchemist, so hopefully you guys can go ahead and pick some of these up because they're great reads. So what else? I play guitar. I'm currently learning how to play guitar right now. I got the Fender Play app. I bought a year's subscription. I somehow got 40% off. So I was like, a year for like, I think it was like, I don't remember if it was 40 bucks or 20 bucks, but one of them, and it was pretty cheap. So I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll do this for a year. That's a good app, I have to say. It's really good. I love to sing. I also have a podcast that I do. I've been slacking on that big time, kind of. It's called the Awkward Mom Podcast. AWKWYRD. That's on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find it all there. I have been doing that for a little over 2 years. It's kind of like journal entries, so I'll pick that up here and there, and I will record when I think of something. And for some reason lately, I've thought of some really great things, but I just hadn't felt like recording, and I don't know why. I love bouncing in between media, so like making videos, making podcasts. I love hanging out with my girls, my 4 beautiful girls. They're the light of my life. It sounds cliche, but it's really not. I love them to death, and I tell them, I was like, dude, if I didn't have you guys, I would be so bored. Like, you guys are so much fun. They mean the world to me, and they have really improved my life for the better. 4 kids is a lot. Most people are like, they pull that, "Ooh, you got your hands full." Strangers say that, not people I know. But it's a lot. It's stressful being a mom of 4 and pets and a house and, work. I do work. I'm a hairstylist. But I mean, all this stuff is worth every bit of stress that I do take on, because I don't see myself doing anything else. I kind of think I've always wanted to be a mother, even when I was a kid, and it's a lot of fun. I just weeded out my garden box, and I'm trying to plant more veggies in there, and also teaching the little ones, Ren and Charlie, how to garden, and the older ones, I don't really want to get into I shouldn't say they don't want to. I think if I started including them in more, they probably would. I live a plant-based lifestyle, and I've been eating that way for over 5 years. I watched Food Choices on Netflix, which is a phenomenal documentary. I mean, we've all seen the Forks Over Knives. Food Choices is what got me. And I was also simultaneously listening to the Rich Roll podcast. He was a big catalyst in my switch to plant-based eating. I love his podcast. He was a big inspiration, and I'm so grateful that I've made that switch. It's not always been easy. I have slipped up throughout the years, mostly with dairy. I don't consciously eat meat at all. Shoot for 90%. That's what we want to see. It's hard to be 100% all the time, but shooting for 90% is doable. My kids are not vegan. We strive to give them more plant-based choices. Like, we cook plant-based meals, but like today we went to a birthday party for my 2 daughters, Charlie and Ren. Charlie turned 7 last week, and Ren will turn 5 this week. The girls ate burgers, and and there's reasons for that. I didn't raise them as vegan from babyhood. That's really hard to transition a kid out of eating. I know it can be done, and I'm not saying that it's not something you should try if you're considering switching your family to plant-based eating. And anytime we're at home, we eat mainly plant-based meals. I mean, it's very rare that I'll cook meat for them at home, but other places, or if we get lunch somewhere, they'll choose like a burger. I think it would have been easier had I been giving them vegan foods when they were infants, because it's just kind of hard to switch that over when they've eaten certain foods for so long. If they don't want to eat that way yet, because switching from a plant-based lifestyle to a plant-based lifestyle is very difficult. It's difficult for people. I hear it all the time. Oh, I was a vegetarian once. I tried veganism and it didn't work last. It's hard. It's hard for an adult. So being a kid, and it's a big lifestyle change. So something that I left up to my kids to decide, because I'm also not them. And we have we might have different viewpoints on our diet, but we strive for a healthy diet, and that's the biggest thing. Now, that being said, two of my girls, they all do very well eating the plant-based meals. Jordan is a big cook here at home, and he does a phenomenal job in the kitchen. He's very, very good. I've always tried to encourage him into opening a food truck or writing a cookbook. Like, he's very good at testing things out. He's very good at a lot of Asian dishes. We love Asian, Eastern food. Some advice for if you're looking to start out plant-based. I like to say plant-based over vegan because words, I think, sometimes really matter depending upon who you're talking to. I feel that when you say vegan, you are expected to be an advocate, and this is gonna sound weird, I definitely am an advocate of animals. That's why I don't eat meat. I do it for health reasons, but I do it for, ethical treatment of animals, just protecting animals. Like, I don't feel guilty eating animals. I don't buy leather. I don't buy anything made from animals anymore. I always make sure to check and make sure that what I'm buying isn't impacting animals. But that being said, I'm not this activist. My contribution to a plant-based lifestyle and making sure to eat, making sure things are fair trade and not tested on animals, and not harming animals or the planet. I try to buy, lowering my carbon footprint. That is my petition. Like, I feel like I make a change with my lifestyle choices. And ultimately, it's been a well-known fact that you vote with your pocketbook, and where you spend your money is how you're voting and how you're telling retailers and grocers what you want. The dollar is mighty and powerful, and that is where you're going to see the most changes, choosing not to buy things that are impacting disenfranchised people and animals and that planet. So I'm huge for that. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I feel like you see the ring light and it's kind of bothering me. It is May, so it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I suffer from PMDD, which I feel like I finally, in more recent years, understand what that means. It took me a long time to figure out what that was. If you're not familiar, I'm not going to do an official PMDD video with this one. This is kind of an intro and it's getting kind of long. But PMDD is like PMS on steroids. It's like mood swings, big time mood swings, depression, anxiety. Like, people have this stuff already, but for me, it's only the week up to 2 weeks, a week to 2 weeks before my cycle starts. Sometimes it could be 2 weeks of living hell. I am irritable, I am crabby, unreasonably crabby. There's a lot of feeling of like nobody likes me, being upset with people for no reason, like things that bother me at a more visceral level than they normally would. I had thought about making a video kind of talking about and mental health and bringing mental health to light. You know, it's something that we all are struggling with, or at least a lot of people, and it's not talked about enough, and it's always stigmatized still. We're doing good work to destigmatize it, but I wanted to kind of talk about that and motherhood and being a woman and just everything that I deal with and bring it here to this YouTube. Try again at a crack at a YouTube channel. So hopefully this can reach you guys, whoever needs to hear it, some moms, some cool moms out there. And I hope you guys like my channel, and I hope to provide some really awesome videos for you guys. And so I'm excited to see where this goes again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like this video and you want to stay tuned to what's going on. It will help me be able to make more videos and stuff for you guys, and let me know if this is resonating with anybody, because us PMDD moms, or moms in general, women, we got to stick together. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like it and share it to another woman or mom in your life that needs some love. The last thing I want to talk about is my weight. I want to de-stress and becoming healthier, and I know that I need to lose weight. After my last baby, Ren, who's now 5, that weight stuck. I had a health scare called pseudotumor cerebri, which is excess cerebrospinal fluid on my brain. And I had to basically have a spinal tap, which was scary, but the actual procedure was actually very painless. And MRI to make sure it wasn't a real tumor. So there's a lot of drama with that. But ultimately, the neurologist is basically uttering the words that every doctor utters, and that is, you need to lose weight. So from then on, I've been trying my damnedest to lose weight. It is possible to be plant-based or vegan and eat like shit. I used to be very good at eating clean, and that has really gone by the wayside throughout the years because of stress and eating on the go and working and being a mom and running. And it's just has fallen by the wayside. So my goal also with this channel is to lose some weight. I started intermittent fasting. So what I've done as of late is I've gotten back to logging my food in my FitnessPal, and that has been going pretty well. It is true that when you are, and if you've never logged your calories, which I feel like these days everybody's done it at least once, but it is an eye-opener. You think you're eating one way, and when you are confronted with your food diary, it shows you, and it does not lie, that you are either overeating or you're eating foods that are high in carbs, high in fat. And I'm not against carbs. I believe your body needs carbs, but it's the type of carbs that you're eating. So I hope to update and do videos also about my weight loss journey and kind of inspire moms to get out there and feel good again. Learn too. I want to learn from others. I would love any comments or suggestions on any intermittent fasting tips, or if you have PMDD tips, please leave them in the comments below. I would love any feedback, input. This is like not just a one-way street. I would love to interact with more women and more moms about PMDD, weight loss, plant-based eating, holistic lifestyle, holistic parenting, positive parenting, calm parenting, and that would be awesome. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw here, please subscribe. I plan to make a video every once a week, kind of update everybody on what I'm doing. Yeah. Subscribe, like, and share. Send this video to a woman or a mom that you know who needs a little love. And I will see you guys here next week. Peace.